The Little Dragon Who Loved Chocolate. Once upon a time, in a faraway land where the mountains touched the clouds and the rivers sparkled like silver ribbons, there lived a young dragon named Ember. Ember was not like the other dragons in his village. While most dragons loved to collect shiny jewels or soar high above the treetops, Ember had a very special love, a love for chocolate. Now you might wonder how a dragon could come to love chocolate. After all, dragons are usually known for breathing fire, not for enjoying sweet treats. But Ember's story began on a cool spring morning, when delicate flowers were just starting to bloom, and the sun peeked shyly from behind the hills. On that morning, Ember woke up to the sound of chirping birds and the scent of fresh dew. He stretched his wings and wandered outside his cozy cave, eager to explore. As he strolled through the woods, he noticed something unusual. A small, twinkling wrapper lying at the base of an old oak tree. Curious, Ember picked it up and sniffed it. The smell was unlike anything he'd known before. Sweet, rich, and inviting. Without thinking twice, he popped the mysterious morsel into his mouth. The taste was magical. It was creamy, smooth, and melted on his tongue in the most delightful way. Ember's eyes grew wide with wonder. He had discovered chocolate, and from that moment on, he was in love. Ember hurried back to his village, eager to share his discovery with the other dragons. But when he told them about chocolate, they simply laughed. "Dragons eating chocolate?" they teased. "That's as silly as a fish flying in the sky." But Ember didn't mind. He knew what he had tasted, and he was determined to find more. So Ember set out on an adventure to learn everything he could about chocolate. He flew over mountains, crossed rivers, and tiptoed through enchanted forests. Along the way, he met many creatures. Wise old owls, clever squirrels, and even a family of friendly foxes. Each had heard of chocolate, but none knew where it came from. One sunny afternoon, as Ember rested beside a bubbling brook, a tiny mouse scampered up to him. She wore a little hat and carried a basket filled with cocoa beans. "Hello there," she squeaked. "Are you looking for chocolate?" Ember's eyes lit up. "Yes, do you know where to find it?" The mouse smiled. "Why, of course. Chocolate is made from these cocoa beans. If you help me gather some more, I'll show you how to make it." Eager to learn, Ember helped the mouse collect cocoa beans from the nearby trees. Together, they roasted the beans over a gentle fire, ground them into a fine powder, and mixed them with a little milk and honey. Soon they had a pot of delicious, melted chocolate. Ember tasted the warm, sweet mixture and sighed with happiness. "It's even better than before." From that day on, Ember and the mouse became the best of friends. They experimented with different flavors, adding nuts, berries, and even a pinch of cinnamon. They shared their treats with the animals of the forest, and soon everyone gathered around to taste Ember's special chocolate creations. Word of Ember's chocolate spread far and wide. Even the other dragons grew curious. At first, they watched from a distance, unsure. But finally, one brave dragon named Blaze approached. "Can I try some?" he asked shyly. Ember smiled and handed Blaze a piece of chocolate. The moment Blaze tasted it, his eyes sparkled with joy. "This is incredible. How did you make it?" Ember grinned. "With a little help from my friend and a lot of love." Soon, all the dragons were eager to help. They planted cocoa trees, gathered beans, and learned the art of making chocolate together. The dragon village became known far and wide as the happiest place around, filled with laughter, friendship, and the sweet scent of chocolate wafting through the air. Ember never forgot the day he discovered chocolate or the friends he made along the way. He taught everyone that it's okay to be different, and that sometimes the things that make us unique can bring the most joy to the world. And so, the little dragon who loved chocolate lived happily ever after, sharing his sweet creations and spreading happiness wherever he went. But the story doesn't end there. Every year, Ember and his friends hosted the Great Chocolate Festival. Dragons and animals from all over the land would gather in the village to celebrate. There were chocolate fountains, chocolate cakes, and even chocolate sculptures shaped like dragons and mice. Children and creatures of all kinds would dance, sing, and taste the wonderful treats. Ember always made sure to save the very first piece of chocolate for his dear friend, the little mouse who taught him the magic of sharing. Together, they would sit under the stars, nibbling on their favorite chocolate, and remember how a small act of curiosity had led to a world of happiness. As the moon rose high, Ember would tell the young dragons, "Always follow your heart, even if it leads you to something different. For sometimes, the sweetest journeys are the ones you never expected to take." And in that land of mountains and magic, the story of Ember, the little dragon who loved chocolate, was told for generations, reminding everyone that with kindness, friendship, and a taste for adventure, anything is possible. Now, close your eyes and imagine the scent of chocolate swirling in the air, the laughter of dragons and animals echoing through the night, and the gentle glow of the fire as Ember and his friends celebrate the joy of being together. And remember, sometimes it's the smallest discoveries that lead to the greatest adventures. In the heart of the dragon village, Ember's chocolate shop became a place where all creatures felt welcome. The walls were lined with treats of every kind, from tiny truffles to towering cakes. Ember and the mouse worked side by side, inventing new flavors and sharing stories with their visitors. One day, a young dragon named Flicker visited the shop with a worried look on his face. "Ember," he said, "I want to make a gift for my mother's birthday, but I don't know what to do." Ember smiled warmly. "Why not make her a special chocolate treat? Together, we can create something wonderful." They set to work, choosing ingredients that Flicker's mother loved. With each step, Ember taught Flicker how to mix, melt, and mold the chocolate. When they were finished, they had a beautiful heart-shaped chocolate, dusted with sparkling sugar. Flicker presented the gift to his mother, who hugged him tightly and beamed with joy. "Thank you, Flicker. This is the sweetest gift I've ever received." Ember watched with a happy heart, knowing that chocolate could bring smiles and make memories that lasted a lifetime. As the seasons changed, Ember's love for chocolate never faded. He continued to explore new recipes, traveling to distant lands to find rare ingredients. In the snowy north, he discovered peppermint, which made the perfect cool, crunchy addition to his treats. In the sunny south, he found golden honey, which added a touch of sweetness to his chocolate bars. Wherever Ember went, he made new friends and learned new things. He listened to their stories and shared his own, always with a piece of chocolate in hand. He believed that chocolate was more than just a treat. It was a way to bring creatures together, to celebrate differences, and to fill the world with a little more happiness. One winter, when the snow fell thick and the wind howled outside, the villagers gathered in Ember's shop to keep warm. Ember brewed a big pot of hot chocolate, rich and creamy, and passed around mugs to everyone. As they sipped, Ember told stories of his adventures, and the room was filled with laughter and cheer. The village became a place where everyone belonged, where even the shyest dragon felt at home. Ember's kindness inspired others to share and help one another. The little dragon who once felt different had found his place, not by changing who he was, but by embracing what made him special. And so, in the land of dragons and chocolate, every day was a celebration of friendship, joy, and the magic of being yourself. As you drift off to sleep tonight, remember Ember's story. Remember to follow your dreams, to be proud of what makes you unique, and to share your happiness with the world. For you never know what sweet surprises await on your own incredible adventure.